Why would God send his son as a ransom instead of annihilating the devil? At first glance, it seems like the obvious thing to do. Get rid of the person instigating the evil, and then all the evil is gone. On top of that, God did say he would do so in Isaiah chapter 14, verses 15 to 20. So if this is the case, why was the ransom even necessary? The reason is simple. Man became tainted with sin when they transgressed God's laws in the Garden of Eden, according to Genesis chapter 3, verses 1 to 6. So we, who are their children by blood, inherited that. David once said, "Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me." Psalm chapter 51, verse 5. Therefore, a ransom was needed to atone for that sin, or in other words, mop up the gigantic mess Satan made. We should note that atonement is an important principle of God. Sin needs to be atoned for before it can be brought before God. In the land of Israel, God instituted a set of rules regarding sacrifices to sell that idea. On the Day of Atonement, the sins of the whole congregation of Israel would be atoned for through the blood of a goat, and their sins would be put on the head of a second goat, which would be sent into the wilderness. This was explained in Leviticus chapter 16, verses 1 to 34. This yearly tradition represents the atonement necessary for man's redemption. Blood is necessary for remission, according to Hebrews chapter 9, verse 22, and Leviticus chapter 17, verse 11. Therefore, Christ, who was a perfect soul, according to 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 22, had to die to atone for that original sin of Adam and Eve. The only difference is that the ransom of Christ was a one-time event, which would forever atone for that sin in the Garden of Eden. Nor yet that he should offer himself often, as the high priest entereth into the holy place every year with the blood of others. For then must he often have suffered since the foundation of the world. But now, once in the end of the world, hath he appeared to put away sin by the sacrifice of himself. Hebrews chapter 9, verses 25 and 26. We can also consider Hebrews chapter 2, verses 14 and 15. For as much then as the children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same, that through death he might destroy him that had the power of death, that is, the devil, and deliver them who through fear of death were all their lifetime subject to bondage. After the ransom took place, God appointed a day, which we are living in fulfillment of signs of the times, recorded in Matthew chapter 24, verses 6 and 7, when he would destroy Satan and his works. He put this task in the hands of his Son, according to 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 24 to 28. And when this episode is over, evil will be completely gone from the world. And that's the end of this episode of Bible Q&A. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can view these Bible Q&As whenever you like. Thank you for listening.